Hi guys! This is episode something
64.
64. I stopped keeping track around 64.
Well, it's a good time.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
It's the Wrestling Rundown. Welcome to the Raw review.
No.
You
missed that one.
Oh.
This is...
Really? Cause...
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's
I know,
it's Wednesday, bro.
It's throwing me off too.
Oh shit. I'm late.
For you guys it's Thursday. But for us it's Wednesday.
I've been on my way since Monday. I'm late. I thought that's what we were doing.
Well, let's hope you watched Main Event and NXT.
Is that the one where... Is that the one that's two different shows?
Yes.
Okay.
When he said, is that the one that's two, I went, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I think I watched them.
Alright.
Whatever,
Well,
I'll make it up as we go along.
Let's talk about these notes here.
Starting off with Main Event.
We opened up, think over and starting with Tough Enough this week, right?
I'm glad that's over.
Yeah. So we started Main Event with Kevin Owens taking on Jack Swagger. I think this might be the first time we've seen Kevin Owens on Main Event.
It's possible.
Enjoy his reactions to sour candies throughout this video.
Is it working? Is anything coming out of that?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. This was an...
They had decent chemistry.
Yeah, I mean, as far as, two guys that we haven't actually seen face each other before. I mean, maybe they've faced each other at house shows and whatnot, but yeah, I mean, for their first TV match, it was good.
Yeah.
Swagger was all about trying the Swagger bomb.
He tried every
man.
single way to try and get that Swagger bomb off, and when he finally did, it still didn't help him.
No.
No.
Because then Kevin Owens tried his moonsault, and Swagger moved.
Yeah, after telling him he could hit the moonsault tonight.
Allegedly. And then Owens took it personal, chucked him over the top rope where he
Into the stairs.
smacked his face on the stairs.
Yeah.
So Kevin Owens went
That was
out,
gnarly.
tossed him back in the ring, hit the pop-up powerbomb, and picked up the win. Having fun?
Yeah.
He's trying to.
We
They
had...
make the hole bigger.
Aren't we?
Oh, right. God. We had Team Bad talking about Team PCB there in the main event of Main Event. We have Sasha and Naomi talking about how they're going to show Team PCB who the boss really is. And we have Tamina.
Sasha Banks.
We have Tamina trying to intimidate.
Yeah, she made her flinch. She gave her one of these.
Just all about like...
I was really hoping she was going to give her a 2 for flinching. And the first one was just going to be a super kick.
Then we move on to, we get Fandango out, he's dancing around with the crowd and everything, and then we get a
Yeah,
and we're like, what the fuck is this?
I feel like a sour juice bottle with Warhead juice.
Yeah, it's not sour enough for me.
So you're going to mix it up with some Warhead juice.
Yeah, this is apparently the new theme
It's not.
music of Adam Rose, the ultimate
It's a
party
theme
pooper.
effect. His whole gimmick is no more fun allowed, so why would there be music? Music is fun.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, I
had no idea that this
started last
This
week,
is the first
so-
time he's watched Main Event in...
When's the last time I did the midweek?
I can't
A
even...
few months.
Can't even tell you.
Been a couple months.
So yeah, he comes out, does the whole shtick that he did last week, that he's gonna poop all over everybody else.
Ew.
Which is a
To
gross
the
thing.
pooping, not to this.
And then Fandango beats him fairly fast. I mean, it wasn't...
Well, hour-long show.
Yeah. Ended up beating him with a spin kick. Wasn't
They
even...
called it a thing. I don't remember.
Did they actually have a name for it?
Yeah.
I didn't hear the name
Shut
for
up.
it.
Tyler
Dancing
Breeze is
kick.
mad.
Yeah.
No, he did a Cobra clutch over his knee to Fandango. He got him in like a Cobra clutch and bent him over his
True,
knee.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Fandango, like,
What
had
does
to, like...
apple and watermelon taste like together?
Fandango actually had to, like, slide off and then ended up kicking Adam Rose and got out of it. Then, yeah,
Sour. It tastes sour.
hit him with the spin kick and picked up the win. We move on to our tag team match where we've got Becky Lynch and Paige taking on Naomi and Sasha.
Team my wifeys.
There was an interesting moment. I had like a Groundhog's Day moment in this match where they did a spot where they got Becky in the corner and Naomi beat her down while Sasha was like distracting the referee. And then they got out of that with a hold. Becky got out of the hold, and then they went right back into the same spot over again. So it was like, did they like fuck up the spot at one point and decide they wanted to try it again? Maybe it was just me.
It's called isolating your opponent. Cutting the ring in half.
But when they do the exact same series of moves,
Maybe
twice.
maybe they forgot that they did that spot. They're like, oh, let's do that thing now.
Yeah, it was weird.
They didn't realize they were doing it the first time. Like, oh, let's do that thing we talked about.
You know, that last spot reminded me. We talked about doing that one spot.
Let's do it again. So
Yeah, let's do it the first time.
let's do it the first time.
Again.
Team Bad ends up picking up the win. Paige is about to put the Scorpion Crosslock on Sasha.
Spoiler alert, it doesn't work.
No, Naomi gets in and distracts Paige, and as she goes to attack Naomi, Sasha Banks uses that to roll up Paige and get the win, and Paige is pretty pissed off, because this is like the first time she's been on main event in like 10 weeks, and so now she's like looking to make a statement, and then...
Statement was, I lost.
Wah, wah,
And then Adam Rose came out.
I gotta say, this does get to one very good point now that I'm going to really enjoy. Is that Paige will probably be on SmackDown this week.
Yes. I'm guessing with the fact that her and Becky had a match, Charlotte will have a one-on-one match with maybe Tamina?
It's possible.
Or Nikki, because Nikki didn't wrestle on Raw.
Maybe.
So I'm guessing it'll
I don't think they'll do that because they're going to go against each other at the pay-per-view, though.
True. So yeah, it'll probably be Tamina. Let's move on to NXT where we had
Good matches.
the beginning of the first round of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic.
Good matches.
Because there's going to be 8 first-round matches.
Yeah.
So there's 16 teams.
Yeah, if we
That's
can,
exciting.
if we can, we'll bring up a picture of the bracket here. If
We
we're-
probably can.
If we're able to
If
find
our
one.
editor puts one in. Yeah,
Hey.
I'm talking to you.
Hey, he does good things with pictures now.
does?
It's just a matter of what we can find online.
Just saying.
Now,
Just saying.
But we open up with our very
you put up a
first.
picture of Fandango right now?
No.
Aww.
We had the very first match of the first round. We had Corbin and Rhino taking on the Ascension.
Yeah, we did.
The Ascension are popular again.
They're
Yeah,
back
they
in business.
They're actually.
It's funny though. As soon as I see them wrestle on SmackDown or Raw, I'm just gonna go back to being like, the Ascension.
I know. It's like, yeah, on NXT we're like, yeah, cool, the Ascension, and the next week we're like, fuck the Ascension. Well, we know they're losing.
Oh, they're losing to the Loser Dragons again.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going against the Matador Snow. Watch Torito pin one.
That's probably a thing.
Watch them pin each other.
Well, the New Day tried that. It might work better for the Ascension.
Yeah.
It's less people will care.
But they're better at getting pinned.
This match, what we assumed was going to be just knockdown, drag out fight, was actually a tag team match. Like
Yeah.
they just had like a normal match. There wasn't
Decent chemistry between these teams.
Yeah, I mean, you know, all of them getting their usual stuff in, which was good.
Connor playing babyface,
It's so weird.
getting his little jab, and then fancy arms up in the
His
air.
little
dance,
his little Dusty Rhodes.
and then a punch in the
Yeah.
face. Nobody used a bionic elbow yet.
No, they'll save that for the finals. But yeah, I mean, for 4 guys, I assume we're just going to beat the crap out of each other. I enjoyed the match very much.
Yeah.
The Ascension are about to give Rhino the fall of man, but Baron Corbin pulls Victor out of the ring, which slightly distracts Connor, and that allows Rhino to duck a clothesline and hit the gore.
Gore.
And Baron Corbin.
Because he says it 3 times. So.
Gore.
Gore.
Gore. That's how he does it.
Baron Corbin and Rhino moving on to the second round of the Dusty Rhodes Classic. We have Neville with revealing his tag team partner will be Solomon Crow, talking about Neville is he's glad to be back in NXT, and Crow is excited to team with Neville, and that he's got a really good feeling, and they're gonna win. They're gonna win the whole thing. And Neville's like, that guy's weird.
But he's right, we're probably going to win.
Because he didn't say it just like you did. Like, if he just said what you just said, then Neville would be like, yeah, that's... But he said it in a very Solomon Crow way.
Yeah.
That was weird. Because that guy's weird.
He was a little out there.
Too bad WWE doesn't have a hardcore championship anymore.
Man, he'd be the Mick Foley Crash Holly.
I was going to say, he'd be the current day Crash Holly.
Yeah.
Mick Hawley.
Crash Foley. We had another TV spot for Nia Jax. No actual debut date yet, but she's still coming soon.
Yeah.
I don't
sure
her
they
boyfriend
tell.
says that all the time.
God damn it.
And then she'll debut.
Then we had Grudge match. Alexa Bliss saying a couple weeks ago that she's going to send Blue Pants back to the clearance rack. We had fun talking about how she's going to go home.
Because, yeah, that's where she's billed from. You send somebody back to where they're billed from.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, why don't you just go back to your house where everything you own is.
Where all your stuff is.
But why don't you go sleep in your own bed? Not a crappy hotel.
Good match between these two. Alexa was very much in the driver's seat for most of the match.
She squashed her.
Yeah.
I mean, say, like, Blue Pants got like 3 moves in.
Yeah. Ended up beating her with the Bliss Flip and the Sparkle Splash.
The Bliss Flip is just not an enticing maneuver.
No. And she hit it
like knees, double knees, anything.
Right to the gut is just...
She got really good at doing that, because I remember when she first debuted it, and I was like,
yeah.
It was either double knees to the gut or moonsault.
Yeah, it looked...
I'm not sure.
It looked like a botched moonsault the first time she did it, and then
Maybe
she started
it
doing it. She's just like, oh, that's better.
Yeah.
That's better. Why would I do that? And then I do the thing from the top. Why would I do 2 of them? I'm just going to do this one with the knees instead. So yeah.
I do 2 botched moonsaults.
The second one's not botched.
That's
maybe
what
maybe
I
she
thought
botches
it was the first time.
Maybe she every time is going for a moonsault and botches it every time. She's just like, I'm recovering.
I'm just coming up with my own moves.
Yeah, I think, it makes me think of Frightmare's Nicolepsy.
Yeah, Nicolepsy, exactly.
And either one of those, I don't want to be on the receiving end of knees to the torso.
No thanks.
Mid backflip.
Then we have William Regal talking to a couple of brand new gentlemen to the NXT roster, Mr. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh.
The whole shebang, the Sicilian psychopath.
They are looking to get into the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, but they're interrupted by Tyler Breeze, who says, hey, I want to be in this, and I want a tag team partner.
I beat up an old Japanese guy. I deserve to be in this tournament.
Pretty much.
But guess what? You also lost to said old Japanese guy. So fuck you. But no, he wants to show that he's, he wants to show how good he is. He's, give me anybody, give me a partner, and I'll win this whole thing.
Well, I mean, he talked about he's like, hey, give me a good partner because when I asked you for a good opponent, you came through.
Yeah.
And got me Jushin Liger, so I'm sure you'll give me a good partner.
Yeah. And he ends up teaming Tyler Breeze up with Bull Dempsey. And so
Tyler Breeze got hungry for something.
So Tyler Breeze and Bull Dempsey.
Bleeding pink.
Tyler Breeze and Bull Dempsey will be facing the team of Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa next week.
Who Rico calls them the hottest free agents in the industry.
Yeah. Johnny Gargano
By
and
that he means
Tommaso
Ciampa.
Ciampa.
But yeah, by that
I'm sorry, Tommaso.
By that he definitely meant sexiest free agents.
Then we had Apollo Crews.
Must have a little sour now.
We had Apollo Crews
why.
taking on
weird.
Martin Stone. Martin Stone, I'm excited to see when he kind of becomes a mainstay guy, because he's got a good look and he's got a good, just his style is real rough.
Doc Gallows light.
Exactly.
Sounds really gay. He's got a good look and his style's real rough.
That's funny.
Anyway, he doesn't last very long against Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews hitting the gorilla press and the moonsault.
He also gave him the clothesline where he yells, "Gotcha!"
Yeah.
It's
Did he yell the same thing when he hit Ty Dillinger? Okay.
it's always sad when those good-looking guys with rough styles don't last very long.
Then we have Jordan and Gable talking about... You alright?
Yeah. I don't think these jokes are funny at all.
No, couldn't tell. Jordan and Gable addressing their main event match tonight against Neville and Solomon Crow. Jordan, they're both super cocky. They know what their potential is. They know.
Super.
You did.
I'm done.
So am I.
Oh. Goodbye, everyone. Welcome to me ruining the midweek.
They're gonna
wrap-up.
beat Neville and Crow.
And they're ready, willing, and then he's like, Jason Jordan, you say it.
Gabe.
Yeah. And Jason Jordan said, and Gable, and then Jason Jordan's like, yeah, I knew you'd say it. And they high five, and then Jason Jordan's like, yeah, but I'll deny it.
I'll deny it. It's on camera,
It's
bro.
on camera, man.
Finn Balor is talking to Devin. Devin asking him what it feels like to know that he's going to be defending his title at 3 different shows when they go on their Texas tour. He says he's excited to be part of NXT's first run through Texas, but he's also excited to be teaming with Samoa Joe in the Tag Team Classic.
I'm excited for him to be teaming with Samoa Joe.
I'm scared for everyone else.
Well, and Joe is just as excited because he comes in and he says, when I came to
I'm
NXT,
just as excited.
When I came to NXT, I wanted to be champion, but when it comes to this tournament here, I'm excited to team with you. And next week they're facing the Lucha Dragons.
Yeah.
I am so excited for this match.
I just want to see Joe
feel bad
sent
for the
on
Lucha
Callisto.
Dragons.
Oh,
Why would you
feel worse
wish
for the Lucha
such
Dragons.
terrible things on Kalisto? You have an issue with Kalisto?
nope.
You just want to see Samoa Joe crush him.
I'm calling it right
Fucked
now
up.
Squeeze.
that
Squeeze.
Balor and Joe are going to be in the finals.
You think so?
Yes.
Huh.
What team will beat them?
I don't know. Baron Corbin and Rhino.
No, because Finn Balor has now beaten Rhino like twice, and Samoa Joe beat Baron Corbin.
This is true.
Yeah.
So,
Alright.
if any team is going to beat Baron Corbin and Rhino, it will
Didn't
be
Joe
Finn
beat
Balor.
Rhino also?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, yep, they're going to the finals.
If any team is going to beat Corbin and Rhino, it will be Balor and Joe.
Then we had...
If they're the finals, then we know who wins automatically. If those two teams, specifically.
Then we had a pretty good singles match between Eve Marie and Billie Kay. Billie Kay, formerly Jessie McKay, changing up her name.
From Australia, mate.
Billie Kay defeating Eve Marie with a suplex. That's the way I'm going to remember
Yeah,
it.
that happened. And
Or
then-
Eva Marie winning with crooked ref.
She's blowing the referee.
The referee forgot what he was doing mid-pin.
No, Eve Marie forgot what she was doing mid-pin.
My guess is that
She's
the
used to
first
just
time...
laying
The referee saw a spider on the mat. And he was really scared of spiders.
I don't want to crush it.
No, fuck, man. Just count the 3.
The timekeeper was supposed to ring the bell.
It's SummerSlam all over again.
Yeah. My guess here is it probably knocked the wind out of Eva Marie, and this is probably the first time in an in-match scenario that that's happened to her on, like, TV. And so, like, because, I mean, obviously you can get the wind knocked out of you 100 times during training,
Yeah.
True.
but, like, if you're training, your trainer's not going to be trying to pin you in front of a live audience. So she probably got the wind knocked out of her, and when she went to pin, she just couldn't catch her breath in time. Not saying that as an excuse for her.
No, I mean, it was close, and luckily the editing they were able to make it look better. But it was
still looked bad.
It was still very obvious that the refs stopped counting because Eva was supposed to win the match.
They should have just done a random cut to the crowd.
No, it wouldn't have helped the situation because the crowd was so vocal about the situation.
I just mean for us viewing it at home, then we would have just been like, why the fuck did they cut to the crowd?
Yeah, but there's dirt sheets that would have said it. For anyone that was wondering...
I'm saying for the people as they're watching it, not for...
Yeah.
You're not going to be reading the dirt sheets as you're watching NXT, I hope. Are you? That's kind of dumb.
Some people do.
That's dumb.
Some people
Don't
read it.
do that.
Some people read it before they watch NXT.
Don't do that.
I've
You're
never done that before.
That's bullshit.
You're dumb.
Dempsey. Bolt Dempsey.
Yeah, Eva ends up getting up and
Bullshit,
hitting the
Dempsey.
fucking sliced bread and wins.
That's my other gripe with Eva Marie.
She can't do the sliced bread.
Her sliced bread goes so slow.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not a good finish.
It's nowhere near Brian Kendrick's status.
It's
not,
nowhere near anybody who's ever done the status.
Yeah, the very first time I gave it a, like, it was so slow I gave it a pass, but I was like, whatever, Eva Marie did a thing,
Yeah,
so it's fine.
but she's continuously doing
Yeah.
that thing, which is really bad.
Right.
There's a wrestler named
Eva Marie.
Robbie Ellis, who's like 70-some years old. And he does that move faster than Eva Marie.
You have no excuse. If a 70-year-old man can do it faster than you can, you need to do something different.
Yeah.
I still say Billy Kay won the match. Then we have our main event where Jordan and Gable take on Neville and Crow. Really good match.
Yeah.
This match was phenomenal.
This was the coming out match for Gable.
Gable was... I mean, I'd seen him
was
wrestle
ready,
before.
willing, and say.
I don't want to
Chad.
say it. He was Chad. He wasn't that Chad. No.
Want to fight about it?
No, like, I knew that he was good, but this was just Gable just throwing everything at Neville and Crow in this match. It was just phenomenal.
Yeah. And like these teams had chemistry. Like they've wrestled each other in like 10 different matches before.
I know, it was insane. Like Neville's hot tag was just so great, where he just using his speed, and Jordan knew exactly where to go, and it was just everything was just so fluid in this match.
You know, the fact that in NXT you can get all these different mixes and they can wrestle like they've had 10 different matches is probably due to the fact that they're such a small group and they spend so much time at the Performance Center. They have wrestled each other hundreds of times just in practice.
Yeah, but you got to think Neville probably hasn't had that much experience with both of them as a tag team.
Neville can have a good match with anyone.
Neville can face anybody.
That's a different thing altogether.
Neville just has natural chemistry.
I'm just talking as an overview of NXT because this is a thing that happens a lot.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, it was just so good from beginning to end. I mean, and this is probably the best that Crow has looked since he actually debuted.
Yeah.
He was on top of a lot of spots. I definitely sense a possible heel turn for him soon, because I don't think he's getting over as well.
No, not really.
Well, his character seems
face-wise
inherently heel-ish.
Yeah, just the look itself is very heelish. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I love Saul McCrow. I think he's great, and I wish they would have done more with the whole hacker gimmick, rather than just like the 4 or 5 spots that they did with it, and then just kind of like throw it away.
Yeah, he's the little monster.
Yeah.
What I liked, also kudos to Jason Jordan in this match.
For saving Neville's life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Had he not taken that like 2.5 foot step forward,
Yeah.
Neville would have just hit the ground from
yeah.
his top rope moonsault to the floor.
Yeah, just straight up, no out on that. That was scary, and like the fact that like the camera was right behind Gable when it happened.
Yeah.
And so like the landing you couldn't actually see, and you're just like, oh fuck, What just happened?
Yeah.
And then Crow comes off screen out of nowhere and teleports into Gable.
Yeah, but no, when Neville did that, he like got up there and he's like, "No, Gravity, you forgot me again.
Oh man.
I thought we had a deal this time. I was so wrong."
What else did we say?
That's everything he said.
Oh damn.
Thank you, Jason Jordan.
Jordan and Gable ended up getting the win. Solomon Crow runs at Jason Jordan and kind of does like what we'd assume would be like he ran at Jordan.
He sets himself up for a power bomb.
Yeah, I figured it was gonna be like a Frank Hurricane Scissors. I don't know.
A Frank Hurricane Scissors. That usually either sets up for a Frankensteiner or a sunset flip.
Yeah, like I was almost expecting him to go up and like maybe like fall down into an X Factor
Something.
style fall. But anyway,
Cool.
yeah. So he goes up and ends up in powerbomb position. Jordan drops him back down and then throws him up belly to belly, tags in Gable, kicks Neville off the apron,
Gets him out
runs
of
a
the way.
shoulder into Crow, tags in Gable.
Which
they
is
hit
a
the
very important aspect of tag team wrestling that they don't do a lot on the main roster anymore. Is, hey, we're gonna go for a tag team finisher. We should knock the other guy down first.
yeah, and the fact that he hit that belly to belly was able to set up Crow. You know, Crow like gets up
Yeah.
into the corner, knocking down Neville, just perfect moment. Then he makes sure that Crow is unable to fight back by throwing the shoulder, tagging Gable, hit the assisted back suplex for the finish. Just, I'm so glad Jordan and Gable won. I think we're all kind of in unison as
Sort of rooting for them.
yeah, I would love to see them versus Joe and Balor.
Yep,
in the,
that's my
in the
prediction.
finals. I'm okay with that.
I have this tournament figured out as far as that one specific match goes.
The finals.
I have no idea what the other matches even are for a lot of it. I just know that I think these two are going to make it to the finals, and Gable and Jordan are going to win, be a dusty finish. That's that.
I think that's just such a good idea. But yeah, I mean, other tournament matches, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Cass and Enzo versus
Five Nation.
Angelo Dawkins and Sawyer Fulton.
Yeah, by round 2 of this tournament, I might completely forget that that's what I predicted and make a different prediction based
Well,
purely on
against you.
nothing. I might,
Follow him on Twitter and constantly remind him that
I
that's what
might
you voted
predict
for.
that again, forgetting that I already predicted it. Just be like, it'd be awesome.
Oh, you mean that thing you predicted 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago? And like, oh yeah.
Hey, it won't
Yeah.
be 2 weeks by round 2.
Well, it could be. Well,
Hey.
like it'd be like 4 weeks at
Yeah.
round 2.
So it'll be like
Yeah,
a month.
having Tyler Breeze and Bull Dempsey versus Johnny Gargano and
It's
Scott
gonna be a fun
Ciampa.
match.
That's oh man.
Like, when you
That's
consider,
so
next
cool.
week.
consider the fact that Bullfit got started with his match with Tyler Breeze,
Yeah.
where he was super out of shape.
Yeah,
This is gonna
It's
be
coming full circle.
yeah.
I dig it.
We're gonna see
Full circle, like Bull
Alexander-
couldn't do around the ring.
some ragtag sounding teams too, though. Tucker Knight and Elias Sampson, and Marcus Louis and Alexander Wolf.
Yeah, Alexander Wolf, we're pretty sure used to be Axel Tischer.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like the fact that we're getting some of these newer faces in. You know, they're getting more TV time, which is really cool because we're starting to see the new the new wave of stars on NXT, and they're all really damn good,
Yeah.
except for Eva Marie.
Well, you said stars. Eva Marie is-
Oh, that's right. Thank you. Thanks for correcting me there.
More like a black hole. That's
You
her
hear that,
vagina.
Tony? She's a black hole.
That's her vagina.
So I should tell her husband.
He knows.
All right.
He's trapped in there.
that's where he is when they're on the road.
That's how it travels. I'm gonna have to pay for one plane ticket that way.
Cheap bastards. All right. So
We're gonna let some news. We don't do news very often on the midweek wrap up.
no, but this has been one hell of a week.
Yeah, what a